السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذا الجزء الثاني من المحاضرة الثالثة في مادة المحادثة واحد Spoken English 1 with me Mr. Ahmed Swedan. Let's get started. توقفنا في النقاش ما بين James, Lily and Hazel. They were talking about children eating habits. Okay, and each one has a different opinion. So now work in pairs, fill in the gaps with James, Lily or Hazel. يعني أقرأ وأعبي الفراغات بإما James, Lily ولا Hazel. Who is having trouble? Before we listen again, let's read the questions. So, who is having trouble persuading his or her child to eat؟ يعني من عنده مشكلة في إقناع الطفل متاعه إنه هو يأكل. Okay, من هذول ثلاثة، هل هو جيمس، ليلي ولا هيزل؟ Who believes the way to encourage children to eat is to make meal times fun؟ من يعتقد إن إحنا نقدر نخلي الأطفال يأكلوا عن طريق يعني جعل وقت الأكل ممتع. Okay, to make meal times fun. من هم اثنين اللي يعتقدوا إن don't let their children help them or don't let their children help them prepare food. يعني من هم اثنين اللي ما يخلوش في الصغار متاعهم don't let their children help، ما يخلوش فيهم يساعدوهم help them prepare food، ما يخلوش الأطفال متاعهم يديروا معهم الأكل يعني يحضروا معهم الأكل. ومن هم اثنين who agree that letting children help you cook slows things down. يعني يوافق من هم اثنين اللي هم يوافقوا ان جعل الأطفال يساعدوا في عملية الطبخ slows things down، يعني يخلي كل شيء يمر ببطء أو يمشي ببطء. ومن هم اثنين من هذول ثلاثة agree يعني يوافق it's important that boys learn to cook، يعتقد أنه من المهم أن حتى الأولاد أنهم يتعلموا learn to cook يعني يطبخ أو يطهو. خلونا نسمع مرة تانية conversation discussion between these three and try to take notes and fill in the gaps.
Jenny, you haven't touched your sandwich. Look, Liam has nearly finished his.
Don't want it.
Okay, go and play with Harriet then. Oh dear, she's hardly eaten anything.
Don't worry about it. It's best just to let kids eat when they want.
I don't know about that. I think it's important for kids to get used to good eating habits as early as possible. That's what I did with my kids. And when I look after Liam, that's what I do with him. Right from the word go, you should make them stay at the table until they finish their food.
I can't really see the point of forcing kids to eat. I think that just makes kids hate meal times and food becomes a bigger problem.
Oh, do you think so? I think if kids aren't allowed to play until they've eaten their food, they soon learn to empty their plates. You have to be strict right from the beginning or they just get into bad habits.
I see what you mean.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I've never been strict with Harriet and she eats anything. All you have to do is make it fun. Like, for example, letting them help when you're getting food ready.
I see your point. I must admit we always send Jenny out of the kitchen when we're cooking.
Quite right too. It's dangerous in a kitchen for a 5-year-old.
I suppose that's true actually.
But life's dangerous for a 5-year-old. They're always falling down and stuff. And I don't mean... I'm not suggesting you leave the kid alone in the kitchen to make the meal. You're there supervising everything.
I should imagine it slows everything down if they're helping you.
Okay, yes. But on the other hand, they're learning valuable life lessons.
You might be right there. That's a good point.
Well, I'm still not convinced. What can a 5-year-old do to help in the kitchen?
Little things, like letting them get things for you out of the fridge or the cupboards. Or let them wash the vegetables for you. Just simple things.
You mean sort of make it a game?
But Harriet's a girl.
Well, I can't argue with that.
No, I mean, I don't think little boys are interested in that kind of thing, do you?
Oh, I don't think that's necessarily the case at all.
Yes, and you'll never find out if he's interested unless you give it a go. Anyway, it's important that boys learn how to cook, don't you think?
I suppose you've got a point there. Right, Liam, time to go. You're doing the cooking this evening.
Okay, so after listening to the audio file again, let's try to fill in the gaps. We have the first one, who is having trouble persuading. Persuading يعني يقنع. من هو اللي عنده مشكلة is having trouble. trouble يعني مشكلة. من اللي عنده مشكلة في إقناع persuading his or her child to eat. إقناع الطفل متاعها إنه هو يأكل. طبعا الإجابة اللي هي James. Jenny doesn't want to eat her sandwich. Okay, so the first one is James. Okay, so the second one, who believes that the way to encourage الطريقة المثلى أو الطريقة لتشجيع الأطفال to encourage children to eat إنهم يأكلوا تشجيع الأطفال إنهم يأكلوا is to make meal times fun. يعني جعل وقت الأكل ممتع. مني هل هي Hazel ولا Lily ولا James? So the answer is Hazel. Okay, Hazel believes that the way to encourage children to eat is to make meal times fun. Okay, the third one, who believe that not letting their children help them prepare food, or who don't let their children help them prepare their food. Okay, so that would be James and Lily. It's Lily and James. They don't think that children are supposed to be in the kitchen, okay, because that might be dangerous. Okay, number 4, who think or who agree that letting children help you cook slows things down. يعني من هو اللي يوافق ان جعل الأطفال يساعدوا في عملية الطبخ يبطئ العملية, slows things down. So that would be Hazel and James. Okay, and the last one will be, who agree it's important that boys learn to cook. من يعتقد أو يعتقد أن من الضروري أو من المهم أن الأطفال الشباب الأولاد يعني learn to cook, إنهم يتعلموا الطبخ. Okay, so that would be Lily and Hazel. Okay, it's Lily and Hazel. It's important for boys to learn how to cook. Okay, so we heard the audio track twice now, and there was some discussion. كان فيه نقاش بين الثلاثة في اللي يعتقد أنه هو parents should be strict with their children. Hazel believed that parents should let their children help with cooking. The meal times should be more fun, so children will love to eat, while James wasn't so sure about his take on the subject. So all in all, yeah, of course there were some vocabulary and some grammatical structures that you might not understand, but the main idea, I think you've got the main idea. okay. So and that's the most important thing. يعني بالنسبة للمحادثة sometimes يعني في بعض الأوقات it's difficult to understand every little detail، يعني كل تفصيلة صغيرة المحادثة كلها، لكن أهم شيء إنك أنت تفهم الفكرة العامة، تفهم الفكرة العامة. Okay. Okay, look at these sentences. Look at these sentences. Look at these sentences. Are they ways of agreeing or disagreeing؟ يعني هل هذه الجمل، كل جملة يعني هل هي طريقة باش نقول بها إنني نوافق أو إنني غير موافق؟ I don't know about that. هذه الجملة نستعملوها لإبداء الاعتراض، إنني مش موافق على الكلام اللي قلته. I don't know about that. يعني أنا ما أعتقدش ذلك. I don't know about that. This is disagreement or disagreeing. So we put the letter D, disagreeing. I can't really see the point of such and such. أنا ما فهمتش، أو أنا مش فاهمة، أو أنا مش فاهم المغزى من كذا وكذا. فهنا حتى هي تعتبر طريقة لإبداء الموافقة ولا الاعتراض. Yes, it's disagreeing. Okay, I can't really see the point of. طبعا كلمة الجملة اللي بين قوسين هذه تقدر تغيرها بأي جملة أنت حابب تقولها. بعدين عندنا Oh, do you think so? Oh, do you think so? هذه أيضا disagreement. Okay, disagreement. بعدين عندنا I see what you mean. I see what you mean يعني أنا أفهم ما تعني، يعني نبي نوافقك الرأي. فهنا I see what you mean تعتبر طريقة لإبداء الموافقة. اللي بعدها Oh, I wouldn't say that. Oh, I wouldn't say that. هذه disagreement. Okay. I wouldn't say that. ما كنت لأقول ذلك أو ما كنت لأعتقد ذلك. فهذه طريقة أخرى لإبداء المعارضة. I see your point. أنا أتفهم النقطة اللي أنت تبي توصلها. I see your point. I see your point. فهذه أيضا طريقة لإبداء الموافقة. Agreement. اللي بعدها I suppose that's true. Actually, I suppose that's true. Actually, I suppose that's true. أعتقد أن هذا صحيح في الحقيقة. فهذه أيضا طريقة لإبداء الموافقة. You might be right there. You might be right there. قد تكون محقا في هذه الحيثية. فهذه أيضا agreement. That's a good point. That's a good point. هذه معناها نقطة كويسة. هذه نقطة كويسة. فهذه أيضا agreement. مرات تبدأ تناقش في شخص وانت ما اقتنعتش، فبتقول له well I'm still not convinced. فمعناها أنا لست مقتنعا حتى الآن، يعني أنا قاعد ما اقتنعتش. well I'm still not convinced. فهذه disagreement. okay. اللي بعدها well I can't argue with that. أنا أنت أعطيتني حجة أنا ما أقدرش نجادل معها. well I can't argue with that. فهذه agreement. okay. I suppose you've got a point there. I suppose you've got a point there. أعتقد أن أنت عندك الحق في النقطة هذه. I suppose you've got a point there. كيف هذه أيضا هي agreement. طبعا هذه مش بالضرورة تكون fixed، لكن هذه expressions you can use as a student to express agreement or disagreement. Okay, so try to repeat these sentences so you can use them in speaking. Okay, now moving on to the next slide. Okay, so now how about asking people about their opinion? So يعني كيف تسأل الناس على آرائهم في موضوع معين. فنقدر نسأل do you think، هل تعتقد، do you think that such and such يعني هل تعتقد كذا أو هل تؤمن بأن كذا. فهنا هذه طريقة. How do you feel about such and such يعني كيف تشعر أو كيف تعتقد أو ما رأيك في كذا وكذا. How do you feel about such and such. Okay. In your opinion في رأيك. What do you think or what's your take and يعني تقدر تكمل. In your opinion هنا معناها في رأيك بعدين أنت بتكمل سؤالك يعني. In your opinion do you think that such and such يعني بتكمل السؤال متاعك. Please tell me your opinion on. فهنا عندنا كلمة opinion يعني رأي. Please tell me رجاء أخبرني برأيك بخصوص on ديما نقول opinion on ولا about. Please tell me your opinion on مثلا I don't know climate change مثلا التغير المناخي. Please tell me your opinion on climate change. أنا أخبرني عن رأيك عن التغير المناخي. What do you think about ماذا تعتقد عن كذا وكذا. Okay. What do you think about. اللي بعدها what's your opinion on ما رأيك في كذا وكذا. What's your opinion on. فكلمة opinion تجي معها on. In your experience من خلال خبرتك. In your experience حتى هذا تعبير مهم. In your experience do you think that هل تعتقد أن. فهنا بنسألك من خلال خبرتك يعني لو مثلا أنت دكتور وخدمت مثلا 10 سنين يعني بنسألك في رأيك المهني. In your experience من خلال الخبرة متاعك do you think that كذا and كذا. okay. فهنا in your experience يعني من خلال خبرتك. In your honest opinion يعني في رأيك بصراحة. Do you believe that هل تؤمن كذا وكذا. Do you believe that هل تؤمن أو تعتقد بأن كذا وكذا. فهنا that معناها بتكمل بالجملة أن. هل تعتقد أن. okay. honest يعني صريح أو نزيه وعندنا ال H silent. In your honest opinion do you believe that كذا وكذا. okay. Do you have an opinion on هل عندك رأي مثلا عليه كذا وكذا. معناها هل أنت واخد جانب في الموضوع هذا ولا أنت يعني you don't know you haven't made your mind yet. وبعدين عندنا اللي بعدها do you have any opinions on ولا about. نفسها هي دي. Do you have any opinions on or about. And what's your view on يعني ما رأيك في كذا وكذا. view يعني الرؤية متاعك أو جي حتى بمعنى opinion يعني الرأي متاعك. Okay, so before wrapping up let's there's a video clip I want you to see. Let's watch it together.
You know, I am from the country, and sometimes I miss it. But I really like life in the city. I love the city. Oh, look, someone lost a bag. Maybe it's theirs. Excuse me, is this bag yours?
No, it's not mine. It might be hers.
Thank you. Excuse me, is this bag yours?
No, it's not mine. It might be his.
Thank you. Hello, is this bag yours?
Yes, that's mine. These are all my travel things. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you okay? You seem nervous.
Well, this is my first visit to Washington, D.C. I'm from a small town in the country. I feel a little lost.
Is this bag yours? No, it's not mine. It might be hers.
I'm from the country too. and I understand. When I first came here, I felt lost all the time.
So, do you like living in the country or in the city?
I like to live in the city.
Why?
The city is exciting. It has more culture than the country. There are many museums and restaurants. Every night, there's theater and music. And there are more jobs. That is why I'm here.
Well, I agree. There is more culture in the city, and there might be more jobs, but the country has more nature. It's peaceful and beautiful. There are more trees and mountains. The air is clean. You can go hiking and camping. The city is not beautiful. It's noisy and dirty.
I disagree. I think all the different buildings are beautiful. And I like to watch all the different people.
I agree. There is more culture in the city.
That's another thing that is different. People in the country are friendly. They always say hello. Here, no one says hello. I think city people are rude.
Well, I agree. Country people are friendly. But I don't think city people are rude. I think they're just busy.
That's a good point.
Look at me. I live in the city, and I said hello to you.
But you are from the country.
I have an idea. Let's say hello to people. To many people.
What? Why?
Well, if we say hello, then they will say hello to other people. Hello?
And they will say hello to more people. That's a great idea. I'm glad you found my bag.
Come on, let's go say hello to people. We don't have to agree with people. They have their opinions, we have ours. And as we like to say, you can always agree to disagree. Until next time, hello!
So as we watched the video, she was, they both were from the country, not from the city, but she thinks that living in a city is better than living in a country, and he thinks otherwise because he believes that the country has more nature and it's quieter, and the people in the country are more kind. So unlike cities where people never say hello, she believes that cities have more culture, there are more restaurants, more theaters, you can go to museums, besides you can have a job easily. So it was really fun watching the argument between the two. Anyway, so by the end of this lecture, we learned that it's important for you to understand the main idea. You won't be able most of the time you won't be able to understand all the details, but the most important thing for you is to understand the main idea. Secondly, you can now, as a student, use the expressions to show that you agree or disagree with someone. And we learned today how to ask people about their opinion, and how to ask them politely. إذا كانت هذه نهاية الجزء الثاني من المحاضرة الثالثة لمادة المحادثة واحد. طبعا هذا الجزء فقط هو الجزء عن بعد اللي هو distant learning. هيكون إن شاء الله في activities during the class with the students where you will have to practice what we learned online. So please, if you have any questions, please do ask me in the lectures. أتمنى لكم التوفيق، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أستاذ المادة أحمد سويدان. السلام عليكم.